Hi, I'm Harrington. This is Total Team Control. Today on Total Team Control, we're going to talk about game on passing and all the aspects involved in passing the football successfully in the Championship Electric Football League. Of course, any discussion about throwing the football must include the threat of the run in order to create those passing lanes for available receivers. This is why we'll continue to work from our Indianapolis Colts personnel package and play sequence sheet in addition to the Indianapolis Colts playbook. First and 10 for the Colts. And on this particular play, they want to open the series with a slant to a wide receiver to get that receiver underneath the corner, inside the strong safety, and to beat the linebacker. And of course, the football is thrown by hand in the Championship Electric Football League, just as you see it in the NFL. The ball is thrown by hand with the game board on and game action. A lot of times when the ball is thrown, due to the nature of filming, the ball is difficult to pick up when it's delivered. You have to watch closely, watch carefully, and we're going to throw the football to the wide receiver on the slant. Hut, hut, hut. And there's the play. And that ball is completed to the wide receiver. Difficult to see, but that pass was completed to the wide receiver. There you see him on the slant, getting underneath inside that left cornerback. The strong safety blitzed on the play. He came on the play. And look at that wide receiver on the slant. And you can see the energy and excitement generated from game on passing as Andrew Luck throws a perfect pass to that wide receiver. And he is being chased. And he is going to take that football down to about the 33-yard line before he turns it out. Beautiful pass, beautiful play on that excellent slant route ran by T.Y. Hilton. Let's take a minute now to address some of the critics who will say, well, T.Y. Hilton caught that football and he didn't run the length of the football field into the end zone. Even on the old metal board, he wasn't able to run the length of the football field to reach the end zone. My tweak-based players and my players run the length of a scale-sized board straight down between the hash marks all the way each time. Well, the only difference is we play realistic football here. And let me talk directly to those critics. Remember, T.Y. Hilton's base, which is a non-tweaked rookie base, was set to run the slant after receiving the football, we reset his prongs to take T.Y. Hilton into this direction, not enough adjustment on the prongs, so T.Y. Hilton eventually turned the football out here at about the 33-yard line. What I have to say to those critics is, yes, it's easy to make a player run the length of the football field straight once you've tweaked his base to go straight. But we don't tweak bases, we control the players. T.Y. Hilton ran a slant pattern from his position lined up as the wide receiver. On the next play, he may be asked to run an out. So we're moving the prongs, adjusting the prongs, making players run routes and turn and run those routes without practice runs and on the first time. So for us to see a player run the length of the football field on a video means nothing, because we're going to have that player running in several different directions from play to play. And it's a lot more difficult to reset those prongs to make a player run straight after you have set his prongs to run to the left, or you've had his prongs set to run to the right, or to run a post or a skinny post or an out or a dig, and to reset those prongs without a practice run. That's why a lot of times you'll see players in this league have a clear path to the end zone, and that player will turn around or turn out and not go directly downfield, and that is a result of not being able to get those prongs set straight without a practice run after the player has run a route. The critics, their players don't run routes. They are all set to just run straight, so it's easy to make a player run straight if you don't ever touch his prongs and you don't make him run several different directions during the course of a play sequence. So that's the answer to the critics as to why T.Y. Hilton did not run directly to the end zone. And a lot of times we know the critics want to console themselves to think that they do it better. No, they're wrong. As we said before, you can't talk about throwing the football realistically without running the football effectively in order to open up those passing lanes. This play, first down for the Colts, will be a blast with Frank Gore. Notice the ball carrier toting the rock, carrying the football, and let's watch the play. Hut, hut. Hut. And there's Gore taking it up inside, and Gore is met, and Gore is hammered on that blast, not getting back to the line of scrimmage. That is the speed of Randall Johnson, and there's Jerry Hughes coming around the edge and getting a piece of Frank Gore in the backfield. Big hit there on Gore. Randall Johnson can really feel and has tremendous speed. The Colts offensive coordinators, in charting plays, their eyes come here to this area. As you can see, the center and the fullback, the right guard and the fullback, along with the center, were able to punch a hole here into this area. And they're going to be looking to get the football into this area instead of challenging the right side of that Bills defense on the next running play. Let's do another quick couple of observations before we move on to the next play. As you can see here, Andre Johnson, who will be getting the football on the next play, he'll be running an out route on the next play. Here you can see Andre Johnson is running forward on a go, but on this next play, Andre Johnson will be the primary receiver, and we want him to run a quick out. So we're going to change his direction of his prongs and have him run the out route to get here behind Stephon Gilmore. Taking a look at T.Y. Hilton, we can see he's again on that slant. He'll be the secondary receiver on this upcoming play, which will be the quick out to the ex-receiver, Andre Johnson. On this play now, the quick out to Andre Johnson. He will come here behind Gilmore. Andrew Luck on a quick 3-step drop and to fire to Johnson. Notice the safety blitz of Duke Williams has walked up into that B gap, and the rolled coverage of the free safety, Bakari Rambo, has walked over to his right, protecting against the post from Johnson. As you remember on the previous play, Johnson ran the go route. Here he's going to run the out route. We have adjusted his prongs, and that's what we mean. Our prongs are being adjusted to go in different directions, play to play. Let's watch the play. Hut, hut, hut. And there's Andre Johnson on the quick out, and Johnson, that pass is completed to Andre Johnson. He steps out of bounds right at about the 24-yard line. Gilmore backing off on the play. Gave too much space to Andre Johnson. Look at that pressure, and there's that safety blitz getting in at Andrew Luck. Here's your roll coverage from Rambo. But Andre Johnson on the quick out picks up about 6 yards on the play. Very quick play, quick developing play. Hey, I'm out. See you next time.